Good morning from Sweden. I hope you are well. So this is this morning's I Ching reading. It is the 29th of March 2026 and I am Hannah and I'm very happy to have you here. And I hope this reading will be of benefit to you. So before we're looking at the energies that we have around us and how to best approach them in order to have the most smooth and joyous way forward, let's ground ourselves into the present moment. And we're doing this by rooting down in the surface below. So if you're sitting down on a chair, place your feet on the floor beneath you, connecting to the surface below. And if you're standing up or lying down or sitting cross-legged, just make sure you're rooting down into the surface below, feeling the weight of your body. Feel that you've got tree roots growing out of the soles of your feet into to Mother Earth below, connecting deeply to Mother Earth below. And as you breathe in, your spine rises towards the sky. And as you breathe out, you're relaxing, but you're not collapsing. You're becoming heavier downwards, but still rising up towards the sky. It's almost like you hanging from a silk thin thread from the aboves, connecting you to the universe above you, and then the roots are connecting you to Mother Earth below you. And with each breath in, you're breathing in through the nose into the stomach. Your stomach expands as you breathe in and contracts as you breathe out. So continue breathing like this, in and out through the nose. And I will start drawing the hexagrams. Just remain in the present moment. So how are the energies around us and how do we best navigate them in order to have the most smooth and joyous day forward? Heaven, earth, fire, water, thunder, wind, wood, mountain, and lake. So we have fire below, fire within, and then how are the energies around us and how do we best navigate them in order to have the most smooth and joyous day and way forward. Heaven, earth, fire, water, thunder, wind, wood, mountain, lake, metal. So we have mountain above, stillness without. Again. And then let's have a look at the changing lines. And where are we more precisely in the process of this hexagram? First 9, second 6, third 9. Which means we have thunder below mountain. And then let's look at the course of water. So what brought us, what's hidden energies brought us to this point? So we got water under thunder, so thunder over water. So let's check what we got. So for the present moment, the main energy right now that we are being the main guidance for now, which is again, I believe, which is 22. 22. And then again over Jen, which is 27. And then what's the underlying energy here that has sort of brought us to this point, which is 10 over Kan, which is 40. Main energy is adorning. And it's the earth element. And 27, nourishing. Which is also the earth element, I think. And then that, of course, is relief. Which is wood. So let's just look at the underlying energy to start off with. And we're just going to go through that really, really quickly. And the hexagram here, which is thunder over rain, right? So rain is water. And thunder, and that it's like, and this is the within the water within here, rain. It's like a fear. So the water element is associated with the emotion fear. So there's a lot going on in our life at the moment. So there's like an underlying feeling of fear. And then we've got this without this thunder, which is this shock or the taking action, was like a thunder comes. But actually what this one is speaking about, so that sounds like, actually when you look at it, it sounds like something really quite dark and fearful. But actually it's the opposite. It's relief, right? And it's speaking about this thunder, when the thunder clouds are gathering, you get all this pressure, right? All this pressure. But when the thunderstorm comes over us and we get this, it's a shocking moment. But then after it's done, it's sort of cleared all the heaviness and refreshed the air and the plants and the life, and leaving this beautiful, beautiful, soft light, lightness and refreshed relief afterwards, right? So all the pressure has been taken off. So it's the cause that we're coming here is, the underlying energy here is for us to, although we are feeling this fear, or the things are like unstable, like it feels unstable, like thunder feels unstable, it's very unpredictable, right? We don't know where the lightning's going to strike. But we need to rest assured that this is actually something that is going to bring us relief, okay? So there's nothing to fear or at this point, right? But this is the motion that we have been in, right? This pressure, and a lot of pressure, and a lot of like fear and uncertainty and stuff. Okay, so let's have a look at the guidance that we're getting for the present moment, so we can sort of help relieve this, which is 22, which is adorning. So adorning is the gua that comes after eradicating, and we've actually been allowed to been guided, not lately, but like throughout this year actually to eradicate what no longer serves, like and in according to I Ching, like eradicating the evil, like taking away what's not good, right? And this is the sort of the counterpart to this, but this is to adorn what is good, right? So we are being asked to lift up and shine a light on what is good, not being stuck in negative thoughts and looking at the things that are not good in our life, right? And like more shining a light on what is good. So this hexagram is speaking about the fire below here, that is shining a light up the mountain, the goodness of the mountain. So and the mountain is speaking about stillness, and this deep stillness, without not taking great action. Like the mountain doesn't move, you know, it moves very, very, very slowly. And this fire above is talking about shining a light on, like illuminating things, right? And this is how we're adorning. So we are asked to look at what's good in our life. When there's been like feeling quite a lot of pressure for some time now, and this fear, and maybe we've sunk into some sort of depression, and looking at the things in our life that are not good, we're now being guided to say, no, hang on, shine a light on the things that are good, rather than dwelling on the things that are not working and are not very good, okay? To lift yourself out of a depression. And here the decision is adorning, prosperous and smooth, slightly favorable. There is somewhere to go. So it's not, we're not being asked to make any great action at this moment. And the mountain always still speaks about actually finding stillness and actually looking in a situation rather than a situation or within, rather than actually taking great strides. And the fire then is adding to that, like to really illuminate what's good. Adorning, prosperous and smooth, yielding, descend, and they adorn the firm. Therefore there is prosperity and smoothness. The firm ascend and adore the yielding. Therefore a little favor. There is somewhere to go. This is the adornment of heaven. The brightness helps people to act in accordance with the proper time and proper situation. This is the adornment of humanity. Watching the adornment of heaven, one can see the changes of the four seasons. Watching the adornment of humanity, one can educate and transform all under heaven. So, yeah, like I said, right, we're waiting for the proper, like, look, watch. And then now the things are being illuminated. Look at what is good and actually illuminate what's good. But then wait for the proper time to make and the proper situation to make the next stride. Don't rush in and try to, although you have things in your life that don't feel too good, and maybe they feel like they're taking over your life, but rather than rushing forward and then just, you know, in desperation trying to make a change, like sit in stillness and watch this in stillness, illuminate this. And then wait for the proper time and situation, right, to change this. And this is when you've made a plan and you can see clearly, okay? Fire shines at the foot of the mountain, an image of beautiful adorning. In correspondence with this, the superior person clarifies government affairs, but dares not lightly make court decision. Okay, so yes, so look properly before you are making any decisions. You know, don't take any light, don't rush forward without actually knowing, having a great plan, right? So this the third 9 is the changing all. This is the more the specific energy that we are in, adorning and moistening, being perseveringly steadfast and upright, good fortune. Good fortune from being perseveringly steadfast and upright. To the end, no one will insult him. Okay, so speaking about, yes, just being steadfast and upright is sticking to who you are and your plan and what it is that you want to create, right? Then there will be no fault. The Yao text says, adorning and moistening, being perseveringly steadfast and upright. This line is a young element at the 3rd place, surrounded by 2 yin element. One at this place is adorned, and his skin is moistened by the yin elements. But these two yin elements are not his proper mates. They are close, but do not complement him. So the sage advises to remain steadfast and upright. One should not be lured by their affection. This line reminds us to maintain our nature and not being influenced by people close by, nor let adorning go to our heads. Yeah, stick to what your plan, right? Listen to your heart. Don't be influenced by other people around you. You know where you're going, okay? And then also, if something goes wrong, it goes right? And if you get lots of praise, don't let that get to your head either. Okay, so, and then what is it? Change into, or it's nourishing. So we are actually... This will allow us to move into a state of more nourishing, okay? But also we've been asked to really look at what we are taking in, right? First, we need to watch, like really sit in stillness and watch and bring illumination to what is good in our life, right? And then actually make a plan to eliminate, to eradicate, to eliminate what is not good in our life, right? What keeps us stuck. That's where we're being guided. But also, we are then also being guided to look at what we are taking in. Who are we listening to? Who are we reading? And what are we reading? Are we listening to lots of, maybe watching lots of Instagram shorts or YouTube shorts, or just, just taking in things that are negative in our life, right? Are we listening to the right people? What are we nourishing ourselves with? And with nourishment, we're talking about obviously what we're taking in just food-wise as well. Are you eating well? And then also nourish your mind, your spirit, right? But what you're taking in, what are we taking in? Because this is what is going to strengthen us to move forward. So careful to who we listen to, careful what we take in. And then make sure that we are bringing light to what's positive, so that we can look clearly, get a clear view, to eradicate what no longer serves us, which is the negative bits in our life, right? What's holding us back. That's the guidance for today. There is nothing to be fearful of, actually. Just stay steadfast and upright. Just remain on your path. Be truthfully you, and all will be well. Okay, anyway, that was the reading for today. I hope it was of benefit. I'm wishing you a beautiful day ahead.